Have you ever stepped into someone's home and immediately felt a sense of calm, comfort, and cleanliness? It's not about expensive furniture or spotless perfection. It's the atmosphere. Some seniors have a remarkable way of keeping their homes looking fresh, tidy, and welcoming without making it seem like they spend hours cleaning. So what's their secret? In this video, we're diving into 6 powerful habits that seniors with effortlessly clean homes practice every single day. These aren't time-consuming chores or overwhelming routines. They're simple, intentional actions that add up to big results over time. And the best part, you can start today, even if your space feels a little chaotic right now. Whether you live alone, with family, or in a small apartment, these habits will help you maintain a space that feels peaceful and put together, without exhausting effort. Stick around until the end, because I'll be sharing one surprisingly easy habit that most people overlook, yet it can instantly transform the way your home feels day after day. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss helpful tips like these. Now let's explore the first daily habit that makes all the difference. One of the most impactful, yet often underestimated, habits of seniors with consistently clean homes is this. They focus their energy on keeping their most used spaces clutter-free. Not every room has to be spotless all the time, and they know that. But the areas they see and use every day, those are their priority. Think about it when you walk into your own home. What's the first space you see? Maybe it's the kitchen, the living room, or your entryway. These spaces create your first impression and your daily experience. Seniors like Emma Collins, a vibrant 70-year-old living in a cozy bungalow, understand this instinctively. "I don't worry about the closets or guest rooms," she laughs. "I just make sure the places I use the most feel open and peaceful." By dedicating a few minutes each day to these high-traffic areas, Emma ensures her home always feels inviting. She wipes down the kitchen counter every morning after breakfast. She clears off the coffee table before she goes to bed. She makes sure shoes and bags don't pile up by the front door. These small actions become habits, and those habits make all the difference. Why does this work so well? Because visual clutter has a sneaky way of affecting how we feel. A messy countertop can make the whole kitchen feel chaotic. A cluttered living room can leave us feeling restless or overwhelmed. But when these spaces are clear and tidy, the entire home feels calmer, even if there's an unmade bed in the next room or a basket of laundry waiting upstairs. Seniors with effortlessly clean homes aren't chasing perfection. Instead, they've made a smart trade. They concentrate on what matters most. Rather than wasting energy deep cleaning every corner, they preserve their energy and peace of mind by creating a sense of order where it counts. This habit is especially helpful for those with limited mobility or energy. It doesn't take long, just a few minutes a day. But the payoff is huge. When you can walk into your kitchen or sit down in your living room and everything feels calm, it sets the tone for your entire day. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the idea of keeping your whole home clean, try this approach. Pick 2 or 3 spaces you use every single day. Start there. Clear them off. Keep them simple. Over time, those calm corners become your foundation, and suddenly, your home feels lighter, more manageable, and far more welcoming. Imagine if you could keep your home consistently clean, without ever feeling like you're cleaning. That's the beauty of one tiny but powerful habit, the 2-minute rule. Seniors with spotless homes have mastered this principle, and it's surprisingly simple. If something takes 2 minutes or less, they do it immediately. Take Jack Sullivan, a 74-year-old retired teacher. His home always looks tidy, but he swears he never spends hours cleaning. "I just take care of little things as they come up," he says. "If it takes 2 minutes, why wait?" And he's right. Most messes don't start as disasters. They grow from small tasks left undone. Think about the coat draped over a chair instead of hung up. The dishes left in the sink, just for now. The unopened mail sitting on the counter. One small thing becomes two, then five, then suddenly you're facing a mountain of clutter. The 2-minute rule breaks that cycle. Let's say you walk into the bathroom and notice the sink has toothpaste splatters. Grab a cloth and wipe it down. 30 seconds. Just brushed your hair. Put the brush back where it belongs. 10 seconds. Finish drinking tea. Bring the cup to the sink and rinse it. 1 minute, tops. None of these things are difficult, but done right away, they prevent clutter from ever getting a foothold. It's not about being obsessive. It's about lightening your future load. Every 2-minute task you complete now is one less thing waiting for you later. Seniors like Jack understand that it's not about cleaning harder. It's about cleaning smarter. They've built this habit into their daily rhythm so naturally that they barely notice it. These micro moments of tidying take no extra planning, but they transform the home over time. There's also a mental benefit. When we let small tasks linger, they take up mental space. We think, I'll get to that later, and it nags us in the background. But when we act right away, it's done. Finished. Cleared, both physically and mentally. And here's the secret. The more often you practice this, the easier it gets. You'll begin to notice little things. A wrapper to throw away, a drawer left open, a towel to fold, and you'll just do them. Without stress, without resentment, it becomes part of your flow. So if you're looking for one change that can instantly shift the way your home feels, this is it. Start today. Find one thing, just one, that takes under 2 minutes. Do it now. Then tomorrow do it again. Over time, these tiny moments will add up to a space that feels effortlessly clean, calm, and cared for. What if you could wake up every morning to a home that feels calm, clean, and ready for the day, without spending hours the night before? That's exactly what seniors with consistently tidy homes experience, thanks to one simple evening habit, the nightly reset. This isn't about deep cleaning. It's about taking just 5 to 10 minutes before bed to bring things back into order. And it makes a massive difference. Take Nora James, a 69-year-old who swears by this practice. Every evening before turning in, she walks through her main living spaces with a gentle rhythm. She fluffs the pillows on the sofa, puts stray items back where they belong, wipes down the kitchen counter, and checks that the sink is clear. That's it. No mop, no scrubbing. Just a quick, mindful reset. When Nora wakes up the next morning, her space greets her with peace instead of stress. There's no pile of dishes waiting, no clutter shouting for her attention. I feel like I'm already ahead, she says with a smile. This tiny ritual creates a ripple effect. Waking up to a tidy home sets the tone for the day. You move through your morning with more ease. You feel more in control, more present, and far less overwhelmed. Why is this so powerful for seniors? Because mornings can be physically and emotionally demanding. A messy space only adds mental clutter. But a calm environment that supports your energy, your mood, and even your health. Here's the key: it doesn't have to be perfect. The goal isn't to have a magazine-ready home. The goal is to support your future self, to make tomorrow a little smoother, a little lighter. And once it becomes a habit, it doesn't feel like a chore. It becomes a moment of reflection, a peaceful pause before rest. Some even find it therapeutic, like gently wrapping up the day. To make this habit stick, start small. Pick one space, maybe your kitchen or your living room. Set a 5-minute timer before bed and do a quick sweep, clear the surfaces, toss out trash, straighten what's out of place. That's all it takes. You're not aiming for perfect, just prepared. And the impact, it's remarkable. You'll wake up with clarity, not chaos. You'll start your day with peace, not pressure. So tonight, give it a try. Before you turn out the lights, take a few quiet minutes to reset your space. You're not just cleaning, you're caring for your future self. One of the simplest, yet most effective, habits of seniors with tidy homes is this: they never leave a room empty-handed. It might sound small, but over time, this practice becomes a quiet superpower for maintaining a clean, clutter-free home. Picture this: you're relaxing in the living room with a warm mug of tea and a good book. When you're done, instead of setting the mug on the coffee table or tossing the book on the couch, you take both with you as you leave the room. Maybe the mug goes straight to the sink. The book returns to the shelf. No extra trip, no added effort. Just one small, thoughtful action as you move through your day. Ruby Lane, a spry 73-year-old with a home that always feels fresh and peaceful, lives by this rule. "I'm always carrying something," she says with a chuckle. "If I'm walking from the living room to the kitchen, there's always something that needs to go with me." And she's right. This habit keeps mess from ever getting a chance to take root. It's not about being rigid or constantly thinking about cleaning. It's about flow, movement, letting your home stay in gentle balance as you go about your life. When you think about it, clutter is often the result of tiny moments when we don't put things away. One dish left behind, one sweater draped over a chair, one pile of unopened mail. But seniors like Ruby handle those moments on the go. They integrate tidying into their daily rhythm so it doesn't feel like work. It just feels natural. This habit is especially helpful for seniors who want to avoid the physical strain of big cleaning sessions. Instead of spending hours tidying once a week, they spend a few seconds at a time, and that's all it takes. The home stays in motion and nothing piles up. Even more, it creates a subtle sense of control. When you walk into a room and everything's in its place, you feel better. You breathe deeper. You relax more easily. And it didn't take a cleaning spree to get there, just mindful movement. If this is new to you, try starting today. Every time you leave a room, ask yourself, is there something I can take with me? A dish, a sock, a magazine. Anything. These micro habits build on each other, and soon you'll notice that your home stays tidier without any extra effort. It's a small act, but repeated daily, it creates a home that feels cared for. Not because you're cleaning all the time, but because your home is always gently resetting itself, one step at a time. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the thought of cleaning your entire house, here's a secret that seniors with consistently tidy homes have discovered. You don't have to rely on deep cleaning marathons. Instead, they embrace daily maintenance. Small, consistent actions that prevent mess from ever becoming overwhelming. Let's take Mason Clark, a 76-year-old who's lived in the same house for over 40 years. "I don't do spring cleaning anymore," he admits, "because there's never anything that needs that much attention." His home is always neat. Not because he spends hours cleaning, but because he spends a few minutes every day taking care of the little things. This might mean wiping down the bathroom sink after brushing his teeth, folding laundry right after it's done drying, or sweeping the kitchen floor each evening. None of these tasks take more than 5 or 10 minutes, but because they're done daily, they keep his home from slipping into chaos. And that's the power of daily maintenance. It prevents buildup. Deep cleaning is exhausting. It requires energy, planning, and often a whole weekend. But if your home is regularly maintained, there's no need for that kind of effort. Things don't get out of control in the first place. Dust doesn't have time to settle thickly. Piles don't have time to grow. Everything stays at a manageable level. For seniors, this approach is especially smart. Physical energy isn't what it used to be, and long cleaning sessions can be tiring or even risky. But daily maintenance, that's gentle, sustainable, kind to both your body and your mind. Even more, it creates a sense of rhythm. Many seniors find that adding these tiny cleaning moments into their daily routine, like tidying the kitchen while dinner is cooking or straightening the living room before turning in, brings structure and calm to the day. It's not a chore, it's just life. If you've been relying on the wait until it's bad approach, consider trying this shift. Instead of letting things pile up, spend a few minutes here and there to keep things in check. You'll be amazed at how little effort it takes once the habit is in place. Start with 1 or 2 tasks you can do daily, even just clearing your countertops or putting away laundry right away. Over time, you'll find yourself doing more without even thinking about it. Because when your home is always gently cared for, there's no need to rescue it with hours of deep cleaning. And that, in itself, is a beautiful kind of freedom. A truly clean and peaceful home isn't built by one person alone, and seniors with consistently tidy homes know this well. One of their most valuable habits is involving the entire household in maintaining the space. It's not about assigning chores or micromanaging others. It's about creating shared responsibility and a sense of pride in the home everyone shares. Grace Rivers, a 72-year-old who lives with her husband and occasionally her grandchildren, puts it this way: "This is our home, not just my home. Everyone who lives here helps care for it." And that mindset makes all the difference. When the work of keeping a home clean is shared, it no longer feels like a burden. Instead, it becomes a quiet rhythm that brings people together, even if it's just 10 minutes a day. Grace and her family have a simple evening routine. Each person tidies their own space, puts away anything left out, and helps clear the main living areas. It's quick, collaborative, and surprisingly enjoyable. This kind of team effort doesn't just lighten the load, it strengthens relationships. Whether it's a spouse, adult children, a roommate, or visiting grandkids, working together to care for the space fosters connection and cooperation. It turns cleaning into something communal rather than something stressful or solitary. And it doesn't take a major overhaul to start. You can begin with small agreements, like everyone rinsing their own dishes and placing them in the dishwasher, folding laundry together while chatting, or doing a 5-minute reset as a family before bed. Seniors who involve others also know when to ask for help. If something feels physically demanding, they don't hesitate to speak up. Instead of pushing themselves to exhaustion, they delegate tasks appropriately, maintaining both a clean space and their well-being. Even in homes where one person lives alone, this principle can still apply. Maybe a caregiver, a close friend, or a visiting family member helps out, not as a favor, but as a contribution to a shared environment. A tidy home is a shared blessing, and those who enjoy it should also play a part in keeping it that way. The truth is, homes feel more peaceful when everyone takes ownership of their impact. When each person respects the space and contributes to its upkeep, no one feels overwhelmed. There's a natural flow, a sense of teamwork, a deeper appreciation for the place you call home. So if you're doing it all yourself, consider letting others in, not just to help, but to belong. Because a clean home isn't just about chores, it's about community. And sharing the responsibility means sharing the joy. There's no magic formula for a clean and peaceful home. But there are simple habits that make all the difference. The seniors we've talked about don't rely on deep cleaning weekends or complicated routines. Instead, they've embraced small, intentional actions that fit naturally into their daily lives. They keep their most used spaces clutter-free, so their homes always feel welcoming. They act on quick tasks right away. Thanks to the 2-minute rule, they give themselves the gift of a nightly reset, wake up to calm instead of chaos, and never leave a room without carrying something back to where it belongs. Most importantly, they share the responsibility, knowing that a tidy home is a shared joy, not a solo job. These aren't tasks that drain your energy. They're rhythms, gentle, steady, and rooted in care. And when practiced consistently, they turn your space into a sanctuary. The truth is, you don't need perfection. You don't need hours of cleaning. You just need a few habits, practiced with love, that support your well-being and bring peace into your day. If you've already started using some of these habits, or if you're inspired to begin, we'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments which habit speaks to you most, or what small change you plan to try this week. Your stories help others, and your presence here matters. Thank you for spending this time with us. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might enjoy it too. Together, we're building homes and lives filled with comfort, calm, and care.